Hi. I've been able to sleep comfortably on my side for far too long, which can only mean one thing. It's about time I stretch up all my ear piercings again. So if you're new here, I am currently on two stretching journeys. One is for my second set of lobes and the other one is for my conch piercing. The last time I stretched up my second set of lobes was like 3 months ago, I want to say, 3.5, give or take. And the last time I stretched up my conch piercing was in like August or September of last year, so 9 months. I want to say a very, very, very long time. I think she should be ready. My second lobes are currently at 3.5 millimeters, which means we're going to be going up to 4. And my conch is at 4 millimeters currently, which means we're going to be going up to 4.5. I have all my equipment here. We've got the jewelry. We've got my trusty bearded tattoo balm that I use as a lubricant, and we have my most prized possession in the entire world, Neil Med Piercing Aftercare. It's just saline solution and I like using it to clean my piercings. I just took a shower as well to kind of help loosen up the tissue, so I'm not going to put on makeup and you're going to have to deal with me looking like this. And while I have you here, we're going to be talking about some life updates. It's nothing really exciting. I just feel like yapping. I feel like my stretch with me videos are kind of like other people's get ready with me videos where they just chat, which I love watching. I have attempted filming get ready with me videos a few times actually. I have a hard time talking while getting ready because if I'm getting ready, it means I will be speaking and I will likely be around other people. And I need to preserve all the energy that I have for whatever I'm getting ready for. So no get ready with me videos. We're gonna have to stick with the stretch with me videos. Hope that's okay with you. And now that I've already yapped for way too long, let's get into it. I think I'm gonna start with my conch piercing. Should I put my hair up? I don't know. Let me zoom you in. This is my conch piercing currently. Like I said, she's at 4 millimeters. Let me take out the jewelry. She's so gorgeous. So cute. Great. Let me put my hair up. Yep. You've seen me be uglier. These stains on my hand, by the way, are from when I dyed my brows earlier. And my lashes. Well, it is June, and I don't think I've talked about it on my YouTube this year, so happy Pride from your favorite gay Gemini, because yes, my birthday is also coming up. I'm a June Gemini, which a lot of people seem to hate, and I'm actually going to throw myself a birthday party for the first time in my life, which is kind of pathetic when you say it out loud. I've like celebrated my birthday before. I've had like after work drinks with friends, I've celebrated with my family, stuff like that, but I've never like thrown a party, you know what I mean? And I decided this year that is what I'm gonna do, which I'm very, very, very excited about. Sorry, I'm slouching. My back hurts. As always, I'm really, really bad at sitting up straight. I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. Obviously, it is Pride Month, but that also means that the Pride Parade, whatever you want to call it, is coming up, which I am also very, very, very excited for. I have gone to Pride every year since I was 13 or 14. I'm not really sure, and I'm going to be 28 this year, which is horrific to say out loud. With this year, I think I have been to more Pride parades than I have not been. Does that make sense? Like, I've been to Pride more times than I haven't been, which is crazy, and I'm so happy and grateful I get to live in a place where it is so easy in comparison. Obviously, it was never like a big deal You know what I mean? Like in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, I'm going to be putting this through my conch while I keep yapping. As I was saying, I am so incredibly thankful. I'm so incredibly grateful that I got to grow up in an environment where, oh, that was easy. What the f? There was still like an element of having to come out. And of course, there's like fear attached to it always, but it was never like a huge deal. Moving on to my first lobe, by the way. Like, I distinctly remember the first time my dad thought I was being introduced to a trans person, which, like, I grew up on Tumblr. I knew a lot about, like, the trans world, the queer world at a very young age, but my dad didn't know that. The way he explained it to me, because I was introduced to one of his, like, I believe, train model club friends who had come out as a trans woman, and my dad was trying to explain like the concept of being trans to me because he thought I was very, very confused about the whole thing. Mind you, I was like 16 or 17 at that point, and I had been on Tumblr since I was like 12. So I was not confused, but like, bless him anyway. And this man was like, so you remember how we watched Twin Peaks together? And I was like, uh-huh. And he was like, do you remember Denise? And I was like, yep. And he was like, well, it's like that. And I was like, cool. And that was it. That was like the only conversation we had about it. And I always thought it was incredibly sweet, especially considering like someone who was born in the 50s to parents who lived through World War II, where it's not always a given for someone to be this open or understanding. Yeah, I'm very excited to go to another Pride Parade this year. There might even be a video coming up about it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but maybe this is what I'm going to be putting in my second lobe now. I'm going to get pimples from this. It's fine. We're fine. I've also been, this is going to shock some of you maybe, I don't know, it shocked me to think about. I've also been a lot less online lately. I am still more online than the average person, don't get me wrong. I am a very, 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 very online person, but I have still been just a lot less online than I would usually be. Crazy concept for me. And I have in turn been crafting a lot more, which shameless self-plug, if you haven't seen my latest video where I show you stuff I've crafted recently, I'm going to link it up here. I have also been trying to watch more films. I am absolutely 1000% a show person. That's not going to change. It does kind of help me to take breaks during crafting because I tend to kind of hyper focus on stuff and not really take breaks. And if I watch a show in the background, it's usually on autoplay. I'll just be like a craft shrimp for 6 hours straight and not move a muscle. And with a film, it's over after like 2 hours, an hour and a half. And then I will usually take a bit of a break. Kind of forgot where I was going with that. But I have been watching a lot more films recently. Finally watched May. And it's so good. It was so good. I understand why people love it so much. Actually, tiny slight change of plans. I've been around with this for way too long. So I'm going to use this bullet style plug. I do remember now I had the same problem when stretching my conch up to 4mm where these just like, or this one, I guess, whatever, just like would not go in. I don't know if it's because they are slightly bigger than 4mm or because they're so flat. There we go. That worked like a charm. But these plugs just like do not work for stretching for some reason. I think they are just slightly larger. I really don't know, but yay, that is true. The only downside is this is really, really short, so I will have to keep an eye on it. So that is true for 2. Let's move on to number 3. Anyway, if you have any film recommendations like May, Jennifer's Body, Sweeney Todd, what are some other movies that I like? Ginger Snaps, stuff like that. Please do leave them in the comments for me, because I have just been going through my watch list on Letterboxd like crazy. This is her. Let's size her up. Let me just take this out right away, because that. Well, what else can I tell you about? I'm also seeing Escape the Fate a couple of days after my birthday. They were one of my favorite bands when I was a very, very tiny emo baby. I already saw them once, actually, when I was like 14 or 15 or something, when they had just released, I think it was called Ungrateful, the album with like a crow on the front. I will say I stopped keeping up with them after that, but I am going to see them in like 2 weeks time now, which is crazy. It was also my dad's birthday a little bit ago. I don't talk about this a lot on my channel. My dad passed away 4 years ago, and this year was the first time I actually managed to hang out at the cemetery, I guess, for his birthday without like being weird. I have always wanted to go have a beer with him for his birthday or for my birthday or for like, you know, Father's Day or whatever. I've just never been able to. And so I did that for the first time this year. I'm so proud of myself, and it was also kind of nice to do. It is like obviously weird and sad, but it was way less weird and sad than I had feared. I really have to stop doing these videos where I stretch 3 piercings at once, because they always make me sweaty for some reason. Oh, I did not think about this being the other way around. It's fine. We did it. Yay, 3 piercings sized up once again. And that is once again it for this video. We've successfully sized up 3 of my piercings. I have no outro question for this video. Oh, actually, I do. Are you excited for Pride? Do you go to Pride? If you're anti-gay, get the f out of here. I don't want to hear from you. Also, let me know what everyone's zodiac signs are. I know exactly what kind of people I attract, but I am very, very curious to know what all of yours signs are. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see me make more, please do let me know by leaving me a like, and maybe consider subscribing so you never miss another one of my videos. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and listening to me yap. An extra special thank you to my channel members. If you would also like to become a rap baby, you can join up here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!